Hey y'all, it's Deanna from Far From Homesteading, and I just wanted to take a second real quick to wish all you moms out there a happy Mother's Day. I hope you had a great Mother's Day weekend. I know I had a wonderful weekend, and my kids and my husband really just knocked it out of the park this year. I wanted to talk to you guys today about herbs, and not like herbs that we use around the kitchen that you buy in the store to cook with. I'm talking about herbs that we use for medicinal reasons. Now, a few years ago, I got into herbal medicine, and it started with elderberry. My friend showed me how to make elderberry syrup, and pretty much from that moment on, I was absolutely hooked. So after a year or so of foraging for herbs, I discovered that there was a lot of proactive measures I could take, like starting to grow herbs in my garden and just making an area for that purpose, for my medicine. And I got a little inspired when I saw Jen Stiver's tea garden. A little different thing, but kind of the same, you know. I mean, a lot of those things are really beneficial medicinally, and that's why she grows them. And I thought, well, but what if I just have a bed just for my medicinal herbs? And thanks, Jen. It was really inspiring, I must say, because I have so many ideas this year. But let's get into the meat of it, and let's talk about a few of these things that I am growing this year, that I'm gonna put in my little tea garden, my little medicinal herb garden, and how I'm using them. Now, I would like to start out by saying that I am not a doctor, and I am just telling you the herbs that I am growing and why I am growing them and how I plan on using them. The first herb that I want to talk about today is lavender. Lavender is beautiful, it smells beautiful, and that is lavender's magic. Lavender is great to use for aromatherapy. It's great to relax you, calm you down, just de-stress you, and kind of make you sleepy. It's kind of like gives you like a sedative effect. It's just kind of calming. They use it, that's why you see lavender scent in like all the kid and baby lotions and shampoos. It's because it's calming. So I like to diffuse it. I have a diffuser. I like to do the lavender in it. I put it in my wool balls. I use it in my dryer for my wool balls for my dryer, because I do not use dryer sheets because they're full of chemicals. We'll talk about that later. And I just find that it keeps people kind of calm, and I want to grow it everywhere. So I think it's beautiful. And lavender really reminds me of that, you know, cottage garden feel. And I just want to incorporate that into my garden. I love lavender. All right, up next we have calendula, or pot marigold. And this is a fascinating plant right here. Let me tell you why. Because not only is it chock full of great medicinal properties, you can take it orally, it is great for skincare. If you want to heal a wound, a burn, a cut, scrape, a bug bite, make you some calendula salve and put it on there. Oh my goodness. It works better than anything you're going to buy at the store. And it's from nature. Another thing about calendula is it is a trap plant. That means that it's not only good to grow in your garden for the medicinal effects, and just because it's beautiful, but because it attracts aphids and other bugs that would normally want to go eat your tomatoes or nibble on your pepper plants. You can interplant these calendula plants throughout your garden, and they will actually attract those pests that would do damage to your vegetables. So they are beneficial in so many ways, and they are frost hardy. So you can kind of plant them a little earlier, and as long as it isn't too cold, they will do a light frost. It doesn't bother them at all. You can start them a little earlier than everything else, and that kind of makes it a little wonderful too, right? All right, next up on the list is chamomile. Now, I've never grown chamomile. I have some started in the house, and I plan on starting some out in the garden very soon. We've had some storms, and I think are going to have some rain coming up soon. The forecast keeps changing, so it's just kind of weird, but the seeds are so tiny. I'm nervous about planting them outside. I kind of want to start them inside and then move them outside just to kind of give them a head start. That's just me. Anyways, Chamomile is great to drink in a tea, like a nighttime tea, before you go to bed when you want to sleep, because that is what chamomile's magical power is. I am really excited about this plant. Probably more excited than a person should be. But it also reduces inflammation, which I am a victim of, and I think a lot of people are because of our diets. But it reduces inflammation, and it's also good for eczema and some mild skin conditions. Okay, next up on my list of herbs is going to be holy basil. I love holy basil. Holy basil helps your body adapt to stress, and it promotes mental balance. It's super high in antioxidants and helps the body naturally detoxify, so that's cool. They say it can even reduce the growth of cancer cells. Holy basil. If I had to pick one herb, it would be holy basil. Like, if I just had to pick one. I don't think I can pick one. If I could pick 3 herbs, just 3, and I could only have 3, holy basil would definitely be the top of my list, though. And calendula and comfrey, I think, because those are the 3 that fit my needs, my specific needs. Now, your 3 favorite herbs are going to be totally different than mine because your needs are totally different than mine. I mean, but holy basil definitely hits my top 3 herbs must have. All right, now the next herb that we're going to talk about is everywhere. You will find it everywhere you go. It grows up in the cracks of the sidewalks. It is prolific everywhere I've ever lived, and that is plantain. I don't have a seed pack with pictures, but plantain. It grows wild all over my yard, but I have animals, so I want to use it for medicinal reasons. So I am growing it in a bed, in the garden, away from the dogs and, you know, all the other animals that roam around in my yard sometimes. So plantain can cut a fever. It's really good for healing burns and different kinds of wounds. I mean, nothing deep. Now, where plantain shines is it takes toxins out of the body. It draws toxins out of the body. So if you get a bite or a sting or even a snake bite, you can make a plantain poultice and put that on there, and it will start drawing those toxins out. Now, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not telling you to not go to the hospital, but what I am telling you is if you get bit by something, I mean, even a snake, if you can get a poultice of plantain on that, it will start drawing that out, and it will, you know, give you a better chance of surviving, maybe if it's a poisonous snake. Losing a leg. I don't know. I don't know what happens when you get bit by a snake. I don't want to find out, y'all. Studies have shown that if you take, 3 grams of plantain, dried plantain, in some warm water, like 250 milliliters, which is, I don't know, like a cup of water. You know, make you some plantain tea. You drink that before a meal, no more than 3 times a day. You don't want to overdo it. So just 3 times a day or less, before the meal, they say you will lose weight, that it will just melt off your body. Now, I haven't tried that, but maybe I will. Maybe we'll do an experiment and just see what happens. A couple months. Sounds like a winter activity to me. Anyways, let's see what's next. Next up is echinacea, or coneflower. It is not only one of the most beautiful flowers that God ever put on this earth, but it's super beneficial. If there's some sickness going around, or your boss is sick, or your husband's sick, or your kids are sick, make you a glass of echinacea tea, and it will boost your immune system and hopefully prevent you from getting sick. You combine that with elderberry, and let me tell you what, you're just like, bam, take that sickness. Next up on the list, I'm so excited, is lemon balm. It is so close to making it to my top 3. I don't know, I love it. I have it growing all over my house in different pots everywhere. I just love to go by and like rub it and smell. It smells so good. Not only does lemon balm improve your mood, it promotes calmness, it relieves stress, and it can improve cognitive function. So much that they say What's up, Max? What's wrong? What's the matter? What's the matter, Maxie? Are all the dogs barking and it's driving you nuts? I'm sorry. Okay. He needs some lemon balm, I'm telling you. Okay, you are wet. Why are you so wet? Okay. Here, come sit down over here. Come, sit down. Sit. Good, good. Back out. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. I don't know what's wrong with you. Is that dog stressing you out? Yeah. Yeah. No. Max. You need a hug. Okay, get down. I love you. I love you. Get down. Come on now. You're too big. I don't remember what I was saying because I got totally distracted by my dog. Okay, so it promotes calmness, it relieves stress, it increases your mental function, and lemon balm can make you better at math. That's what studies show. It improves your math skills. So drink your lemon balm tea, guys. Because everybody needs to improve their math skills. Lord knows I do. I mean, how cool is that? The nerve can do that. I mean, oh, God made this planet, and it is so wonderful. It has so many things that just benefit us in so many ways. It's like he knew exactly what he was doing when he put each little plant here. I totally believe it. I just love it. Lemon balm. Ah, I love lemon balm. All right, I got a few herbs that are new to me that I've heard a lot about, and I'm really excited to try. And the first one on that list is Feverfew. Now, obviously, just like the name says, it gets, it can get rid of a fever. It reduces a fever. But also, Feverfew is excellent for getting rid of headaches and migraines. And it can help with muscle tension. So, all these dogs are, there's dog drama happening all around me. The neighbor's dogs over here, it has stressed my dogs out completely. I don't know, they've gotten to some kind of like argument because they used to be friends and now they're like, I don't know if I want you in my yard, get out of my yard. So, but the neighbor's dog still thinks, hey, we're best friends, let's play. But my dogs, I don't know, they're having a disagreement, some kind of dog argument. and it's so distracting, by the way. Anyways, Feverfew is supposed to be good for muscle tension, which is what I get. I get this muscle tension in my neck here, in the top of my shoulders here, and what that does is it makes me have tension headaches, and then after a couple days of having tension headaches and the muscle tension here, then I get migraines, and it just lasts for days. So, I'm hoping that this Feverfew will, help that. We'll see. Alright, next up on my list is California Poppy. It's beautiful, it's orange, I love it because of that, and because you can make a wonderful little tea out of it that not only improves your cognitive function, but will help you go to sleep. So this is like something to put in your nighty-night tea. So maybe like some chamomile with some California Poppy, and that sounds like a mixture to put you right to sleep. So, I will let you know. I want to try all these out. I haven't had the California Poppy. Hopefully, I grew some. They didn't do very well. I have some little ones, and they're not doing very well. So I'm going to try to direct sow some when it gets just a little bit warmer because poppies don't really like cold weather. So, oh, dog drama. There's a lot of tension. There's a lot of like walking in circles over here. Smelling. Along with making you think better and sleep better, it also relieves anxiety. So it's just on the list of things. Dog drama. Max. Max, nope. They're trying to bring another neighbor dog into it. No, sit down. Sit. Pepper. Okay, y'all chill out. Okay, you need to go, okay? Go. I know, you want to hold my hand. No, go. Next up and last on my list is Hyssop. And I've never grown hyssop, but I'm super excited. I have some growing in the house and it's doing pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about it. The reason I'm super excited about hyssop is because it suppresses the storage of fat in the body. And I want to use this, well, I mean, obviously, drinking it as a tea, that sounds like maybe that would be beneficial for you in a lot of ways. And there are other benefits of hyssop, but the reason I want to use hyssop is for my salve that I'm trying to concoct for my face, because I have this, you know, rash that gets on my face. And since I'm already wanting to make something to put on my face, why not make it anti-aging? It's like the frosting on the top of the cake, right? So I'm really excited about this, and I'm gonna try it in some tea. I'm really excited about the hyssop for a bunch of different ways, but I'm not really sure because I've never grown it or used it before. So I will let you know all about that as I go along. That is it for the 10 herbs that I chose to talk about today. Those are not all the herbs that I want to have, or that I may have, or that I will talk about, because I love all herbs. I like to put my herbs into 3 different categories, and this is how it is. The first category is going to be culinary herbs, which is like basil, oregano, sage, thyme. They are all super good for you and all have their own medicinal benefits. The second category is going to be like medicinal herbs that I can't forage for. So things that you don't cook with necessarily, but that you can't forage for either. So like, I mean, and it depends on where you live. Like some places, those poppies grow wild, and like here, I have St. John's wort that grows wild all over my yard, but my friend grows St. John's wort because she doesn't. So it's going to be different where you're at, your location, because you know sometimes some places have those herbs and some places don't. So my second category is herbs that I have to grow to have, but that aren't necessarily for eating, that are for medicinal uses. And then my third category of herbs is going to be things that I forage for, either in the forest or on my property. And that's going to be like mullein, St. John's wort, elderberry, clover, they're wild lettuce. There's more than I can even think of right now. I will let you know. I mean, we'll share this journey together, because I really love talking about herbs and foraging for herbs and growing herbs, and I just love herbs. I could talk about them all day, but you guys do not have time for that. Anyways, I will see you next time. If you liked what you saw, please hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. And if you want to see more about herbs or in my garden when I finally get to grow it, because here in a couple weeks is my last frost date, guys. I'm super excited. So stick around and see what I got going on. Also, I just wanted to add in, Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I hope you had a really, really great day, and I will see you in a few weeks. Love you guys. See you next time.